The final push Bitcoin needs for record levels is what I want to talk to you about today. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm Gabby Trades, your go-to for smart crypto trading analysis, price action breakdown, and trading insights. If that sounds good to you, you know what to do. Please like the button. Please like the video, press the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. And also, you guys, press that bell so you get notified every time I am live. Now, markets are ripping. Isn't that super amazing? Now, why is that? What is going on? Is that move sustainable? Well, there is one thing that could possibly get us continuation instead of another lower low. Now, I want to get some context on that before. Now, we're reaching price levels, the same price levels where on March 2nd, Donald Trump announced the creation of the Crypto Strategic Reserve, if you guys remember, which would include Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Now, this announcement led to significant surge in cryptocurrency prices. Bitcoin jumped to 95K, which was a 10% gain, and XRP ADA saw even larger percentage increases. Now, however, the rally was short-lived, and by March 3rd, Bitcoin had declined by nearly 4%, going to around 89K, and other cryptocurrency experienced pullbacks. Now, the initial enthusiasm, of course, waned down as we got more details that the emerging reserve would be funded with cryptocurrencies that are already held by the government. Rather through new market purchases. So that got us really disappointed, investors, and we had, as we were actually expecting fresh demand to come from government acquisitions. Now, you guys, it's a completely different story. Now we're dealing with a very different beast. And I'm actually super bored talking about it, but it's what's popping right now, and it's the trade wars and how the market responds to it. Now, the market is moving up. The thing that's interesting, though, is that gold is pulling back, and that is signaling to me that the US and China will most probably make a deal. Now, when that happens, expect for the markets to have an extensive move. Now, for example, if that happens, Nasdaq can jump 2,000 or 3,000 points. Gold dropping basically means that investors are starting to feel that there is a deal coming up and they want to be ahead of the move. Hence, they're rotating from safe haven investments such as gold to more riskier assets such as equity and shares and Bitcoin. So that makes me think that a deal is likely to be done, moreover, because America needs China and China needs America. Right? So this could actually be a really good and extensively huge buying opportunity for us, right? When markets have been deflating with 20 to 30%, the discount is crazy. Now, from here, we need to look at the charts and see what that could mean and what the potential opportunities are for us. First of all, let's say hi to everyone. Sugar Cookie, Anupam, Samir J, Tickwood. We're missing legit, by the way. We have someone missing in action for like a week or something, and we're quite worried, to be fair. Hi, Mark. How are you guys? Okay, cool. So just before the stream, I saw this short setup and I took it because I was like, I don't want to miss this scalp move, and now it's retracing to my entry, which is annoying to see, but that's fine. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I haven't been trading so much this week, so I wanna get involved. But okay, first of all, I wanted to show you guys gold. Gold is absolutely dipping right now. Wait, let me move to the comments. All right, Paul Premier is here. Hello, you guys start chatting in the chat, and don't forget to press the like button. Please do not forget to do that. It's very important. So gold's been ripping to all-time highs all the time, and now we're seeing kind of a substantial pullback. This is very interesting to see. The whole movement is here. Yes. Fountain of Youth. Hello. So yeah, gold is absolutely dropping right now. If I've been buying gold right now, this is not good, right? So anyone who's trying to long gold right now, it's not going to be good news. But that's good news for us. It means that the market is finally risk on, right? Let's see what's happening to NASDAQ. NASDAQ is finally ripping a little bit. It's still away from levels that could signal that the move is over, the move to the downside. Now we need to see some levels break. First level that I'm looking for NASDAQ is 19,299. I want to see that level break. And then the big one is going to be around 20,000 NASDAQ. So that is what I'm looking for. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, it's been going absolutely nuts, and that's good to see, because all we want to see for like, I don't know how long, since freaking beginning of March, all we wanted to see is once that law was taken here, we wanted to see the double liquidity formation play out, and we wanted to see the 95K Bitcoin gone. We're absolutely so close to it, like, you know, ridiculously close. So we might reach that today. If that happens, happy days. You know what I'm going to do from there. You guys that have been watching me for so long, you know that I'm going to start looking for shorts in this area very, very heavily. And you know that the reasons for that are, let me just remove that. The reasons for that are that this is double liquidity, major double liquidity. It is usually signaling that price is going to drop from a double liquidity take on both sides. We have a sell zone above that. Not to mention we have, you know, fair value gaps that we can combine with the order blocks that we can get a good entry off of. So I'm quite excited for that. And to be fair with you, you know, even if we get the news, right? Even if we get the news that China and US are making a deal, this is going to be very positive for us, right? But before that, it's going to be really ideal that we get a nice pullback, right? So the areas that I'm looking for Bitcoin to pull back onto, of course, we've ripped out through all the resistances, like daily resistance, 12-hour resistance. And I told you guys on Discord, if you haven't joined Discord, join Discord, because that's where I give you guys my alerts, and I'm letting you know what I think is good right now to do and what not. And yesterday, when the market was ripping and was ripping all through New York session, I told you guys, do not try to short the market right now, even though it's breaking through our levels. This is a breakage with a lot of strength, and you're not supposed to short when the New York session is bullish like that, even at the end of it, right? Some random bloke, go Gabby. Thank you. So that's the alert. And even though I sent the alert on Discord, there was one of our members that minutes before I sent the alert had already tried to short, and now he's like, I want to get into trades fast to recover my losses. And I'm like, that's literally the worst thing you can do right now, to go revenge trading and just try to get your losses as fast as possible, because your mindset is already in a bad place. Because when you're trading to make money, you would make unnecessary mistakes. Trading is very mechanical, and your emotions need to be out of it, right? So right now I'm in this short scalp trade, and I'm like, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, is there anything I see right now that is, you know, stopping me from taking that trade? Well, first of all, yes, of course, the 95K is the level that I want to see taken, and I know that it's extremely significant and it's going to go. Whether it's today or tomorrow, that level is definitely going to go, but that's not going to stop me from scalping when I see a setup, right? If I see a setup, I'm going to take it. Clear liquidity sweep here of the highs, confirmation to go low on a lower time frame, right? So for me, I have to be involved in this move, right? There is a little bit of liquidity on the 1 minute. We have the Asia low as well. I want to see price drop a little bit further before it goes up, right? And take the 95K, because I know that that area is what I'm targeting, but that's fine. If I see a scalp, I'm going to take it. Mr. Vane, that was too long of a message, so the bot deleted it. I couldn't see it, sorry. So that's the thing. Trading is very mechanical. You need to understand that you are going to take losses, right? I'm fed long at 0.87 billion 0.47. I can't see that well. So yeah, we're gonna look at Fed and we're gonna look at some alts because I want to see there is lots of opportunity that's coming up right now in the markets, especially ETH BTC is kind of recovering from our level that we had. Actually, where is our level? Why has it disappeared right now? Anyway, we had the level just here below these lows and we started breaking it. I don't understand when this went. Actually, my trading view is, see, it's just here. It's acting out a little bit. I don't know why that is today. But anyway, let's get rid of the sweep signal so that error signal doesn't. Hello, Scott. We have new people here. Everyone be super friendly. So yeah, we have our level at 0.01889 for ETH BTC, and we were seeing it dropping, like losing the level with these two candles on a daily. So I didn't like that at all, and I told you guys this is not good. But now it seems like maybe we're going to recover. So yeah, and you know, if that level doesn't hold, it's actually going to get a little bit ugly because the next one is at 0.01616. So, you know, it's very good to see that, but there is still no confirmation. We have to see today close bullish, right? And I think it's going to. Lajos Arpasi. Hi, Gabby. Okay. Very cool. So yeah, so far it's looking very bullish. ETH BTC is breaking levels and I like to see that. We have the first break happening here today. We need to see price closing bullish. So that's pretty much it. Bitcoin dominance, it's also looking like it wants to drop, but it's still early, you know, early times to say that, right? Because I still believe that we might get a little bit higher than that. But it's good that we have this liquidity on a daily time frame down here at 55 or 54.5, which is telling me that eventually this is going to drop to those levels. So this is on a daily. So there is going to be some sort of alt season, but so far we don't have a very good confirmation on it, right? If we go on the 12-hour. Not much. We're trading currently into this fair value gap here of this price, so it could reverse from here. We don't know that. We can just, you know, we can just assume what's going to happen. Ethereum is being Ethereum. So right now, this is the zone that I was waiting for ETH to break to become bullish on ETH finally. Now we had our first breakdown here. So happy days, right? We have our first break, all is looking good. Now we want to see the second break here, but we see that Ethereum is not giving us that. Mr. Vade, all of the outs are loading up. Yes, you have to be very careful in that specific period of time. And I do believe that there is going to be a deal between China and the USA. I truly believe. And once this happens, the markets are going to absolutely rip if that's the case. But ETH is disappointing for us. It's reacting off of a sell zone, off of a level that we had for quite a while, 1,000, what is that level? 1,814. You know, and I said to you guys this morning in the daily review that I do every day on Discord. You guys, if you haven't joined, go and join, because that's where I send in a video format. I record every morning. Sometimes I don't, but most of the mornings I do. But we can see that that candle is reversing now. Not a good sign. Not a good sign, to be fair. The good thing is that we have this liquidity here, again, on a 12-hour time frame. So we know that Ethereum is going to recover, but are we going to get a pullback before that? Well, if we do, it's going to be nice because there is some opportunities. Right? There is some opportunities. We have this price imbalance down here, which I don't know why the hell it's not loading today. I do not understand why the indicators are being funny today. But yeah, basically is this price imbalance down here. Good area for price to drop down. We have this buy order block down here on a higher time frame as well, using the indicators, this green little zone here. So if price pulls back, we maybe start to look for a higher low to then get involved in the market. Especially if what happens now is that we start breaking down. Let's check how the trade is going, by the way. If TradingView decides to be my friend today. If price decides to break down from here, I want to get involved in a long. because my liquidity at 95K is not taken. So any retraces here for me are absolutely welcomed, and I will be looking entirely and solely for long positions until I take the liquidity at 95K, which is up here. So once that happens, you guys, you know, it's about time for us to be looking heavily, or at least for me, I'm going to be looking heavily for sells, because this is a massive sell zone. And the thing about this sell zone is that we can identify it a little bit more specific with the help of the indicators. We can find our order block here, our sell zone. We can find our fair value gap as well with the help of my indicators. So we know that this zone is highly likely to be wicked. But the reality of the double liquidity formation and any liquidity formation is that this whole zone here is actually, you know, a sell zone, this whole area here. So it starts from where exactly? Let's have a look. Cross, please. Okay, so around 99,450, this whole area can be wicked very easily, and then price can reject and start traveling to the downside. Then is the moment when we're gonna need to start making decisions on whether we're looking for a higher low or not. But ideally, we want to be in a short, right? We want to be in a short positions and then take profit from these short positions, and then leave a runner in case just price decides to create a lower low, right? And when it reaches level that we would like to long from. So for example, for Bitcoin, right, if I'm looking on a higher time frame, okay, like all these extensive moves to the upside, they leave price imbalances, right? So we have this massive daily bullish fair value gap that's developed. We have this daily bull down here at around 80,000. So the ideal buy zones actually, of course, at all times are going to be your order blocks, right? You're going to be looking for your order blocks. And I can't see anything here. I don't know. Anyway, so in that case, it's going to be either price pulling back to this order block here, which starts at around 85,100, or you're going to be waiting for price to pull back to the 80,000 level, right? We're talking 80,800, so around the 80,000 mark. So these are going to be the opportunities for us to re-enter long and potentially take profits on our shorts with leaving a runner. So that's pretty much the secret sauce of how to trade this. There is nothing, you know, crazy about it. It's very simple. You just have to have a system, right? You need to be long and you need to be short when you need to be. So of course, you know, the thing about Bitcoin is we know that all-time highs are going to come because we have our liquidity on a daily time frame as the all-time high. So this is for us confirmation that this is going to happen. But the market is sensitive to the trade wars right now, and that is it, right? Of course, we also have beginning of May the rate cuts. Now, are we going to get rate cuts? We heard that Trump has actually no plans to hire someone else instead of Powell, whoever that was. I forgot his name. Let's check the trade real quick. Let's check the trade and how we're doing. On the Asia low, I think I'm about to cut some profits actually. Let me see how I'm doing so far. Copy image. So far I'm like 27.6% up. So I am going to definitely cut some profits on this trade. I've taken it on Bluffin. You guys know very well where I trade. And if you haven't signed up under my link on Bluffin, go ahead and do so. It's under the description box, because with that sign up and your UID, you can actually enter the VIP section of my Discord, where I give alerts for all the trades I take And if I have time, I take them live with you. If I don't have time, I don't take them live with you. This is it. Yesterday was actually crazy. My Discord was laughing at me, but you guys were very supportive because I didn't come live yesterday for a few reasons. I had a leak in my house. The electricity stopped. The Wi-Fi wasn't working. Thank God I actually have 2 Wi-Fis at home. So it was just like, oh my God. It was actually crazy. I took some profits on various coins earlier this morning. Yeah, taking profit is very important in environment like this, you know. Okay, so look how we're reacting right this, and we have this you know, triangle formation for liquidity. So I know that price is going to react from these lows of that formation liquidity, and this is what it's doing. Even if it's a little bit, I know that it usually happens. Now, I'm not gonna go and trade that on the seconds chart, but whatever. So I'm happy that I took this small scalp trade today, because it's very hard to trade and stream and like do all these things, guys. I've told you multiple times. But I want to slowly like transition into that thing where I can trade live with you, so you can see how I execute and everything. So I think that's going to be very cool. And then of course next week we have token 2049 in Dubai, which I'm gonna go, so it's gonna be extremely busy. So I need to plan maybe to do some pre-records for you guys, maybe some easy educational videos that you can watch instead of watching me live, because I have to attend all these crazy events. And it's gonna be actually really fun. By the way, I'm starting also another new channel, which is going to be very, very cool, with 2 of my friends, because we do this weekly. We go out like once a week. Let me just cut a little bit of profits on this trade before I tell you guys, before I spoil it. Let me just cut a little bit. Cut a little bit on the scalp. I think at this point I can actually trail my stop, or okay, you guys have to wait for me to manage my trade. Edit. Can you just... Okay. 93612. Yeah, that's chill. Okay, we're cool. Trade is managed, so I can continue with the live stream with you guys. So yeah, we're gonna have another channel, so that's gonna be very, very fun, where you guys are gonna hear us having our conversations about the industry and everything. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Now, one thing, let's look at Solana a little bit. Let's see what Solana is doing. Now, we know that Solana broke through our sell zone, and I told you guys on the last live that I want to specifically see what Solana is doing at this level, which is 154.47, because this is the 50% of the price leg for Solana, right? This is the 50% of the price leg for Solana. If we get a break through that level, this is going to be a very bullish, extremely bullish for Solana, because then once we break through that level, it's only buys from here, in my opinion. Hi, Trader 80. How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Let me know. Okay, good for you, Gabby. Love the positive attitude. 2049 will be lucky to have you. Aw, that's very cute. Yes, it's going to be quite exhausting. Yes, like the video, please. It's going to be quite exhausting, but I'm going to try this week and organize all the content for you guys so I don't leave you behind. So one of my members on Discord brought my attention to Cetus and TradingView. It is going to play with us today, but that's absolutely fine. Cetus is having some really nice gains, which I like to see. It's been 15% up on the day, which is quite crazy. And what's even more crazy, if the indicators like to load, is that the all-time high for this coin is also liquidity. So I want to have my attention diverted to this coin, and I'm going to tell you guys when I'm going to look to get involved in longs. So essentially what's happening right now, we're getting a break, right? We're getting a break. I don't count this as a breakdown here. So we're getting a break. I want to see a second break of this level with a big candle close, and that's when I will start looking for ways to get involved in this coin. Now, I think one of the first levels that I will start looking at is within this daily inverted fair value gap. So that would be one of the places that I'll be looking to get involved. So that would be around 0.12409 or something. My stop loss will be strictly below the lows if I do that, or if I manage to refine it more on a lower time frame, I will let you guys know on Discord. It's probably going to be below this buy zone, but the ultimate buy zone, of course, we always have this better buy zones on a daily time frame that are sitting at 0.09564. But if we're going parabolic, we're most likely not going to see too deep of retraces, right? It all depends on how we go. Okay, I just want to quickly check the trade. It's looking like it's playing about right now. I'm not really interested, to be fair. Let's have a look. So I took some profits here on the low. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. Because it's going to be nice to see the trade play out, but even if it does, I locked in some profits, so I don't really care. I'm pretty much safe at this point. But yeah, ultimately I want to see the 95k level go, and that's going to be my big short hunt. That my big short hunt starts at $95,000 Bitcoin. Do you think alt's gonna go to last all-time high? Not really, to be honest. I don't really believe that. Cetus is kind of like looking nice. Cetus is looking good. It's looking like it might do it, right? The only reason for that is because we haven't really, with this we've kept the level down here, and we haven't gone below this level, and most of the alts have gone below previous levels, and I don't really want to see that, right? I want to see alts that are holding specific levels, such as this support level over here, again with the help of my indicators at 0.07823. Now when I see that, that makes me happy, right? And I'm already seeing that some breaks are happening. So I want to see a second break on this high, like I said, which is sitting here at 0.149. So when I see that, then I'm going to get more confirmation that this can actually play out quite nicely and take this high, because essentially the chart that we're looking at is actually bullish chart, right? It's not a bearish chart. It's not a bearish price leg. We're playing a bullish price leg. So even though we've retraced too deep into the 0.236 levels, you guys know about that. I don't have to draw it 5,000 times. It is likely that price is going to have a pullback from the 0.786, but having the liquidity here is going to give me some sort of confidence that it might continue, right? Because usually for new all-time highs, you don't want the price leg to retrace that deep, right? You want the price leg to retrace to the 0.5% of the leg, and we've lost that. So yeah, but outs with daily liquidity like that is something that I like to see. Definitely something that I like to see. I think age bar also, if the indicators like to load, please, can you help us here? Very slow trading view today. I cannot give you the reason why. I have no idea what that's happening. So yeah, so H bar has nice liquidity at around the 0.28801. So it's holding levels quite nicely. Again, our support and resistance levels. It held the level quite beautifully here. It's retracing now. It's having its first break. Second break is going to give us more confirmation. So I tell you guys, you should not feel FOMO at this point, because the opportunities are going to come, especially for the alts. Especially for the alts. Almost all alts have had daily liquidity, and most with a lot better RR. Yes, Mr. Vane knows, because he has the indicators, and I'm sure he's gone through a lot of you know, coins that that have that. Sui's been holding the buy zone quite nicely. I should delete this because this was all planned for short here. Sui's been holding quite nicely, breaking the level here, coming to break this level. But it's, you know, they're lacking a little bit behind, because Bitcoin has already reached to strategic reserve pump price levels, right? Bitcoin has reached. Altcoins have not yet. So we still have time. Don't panic. It's organic. Near is also pretty cool, because it has absolutely reached the ultimate levels of buy for us. Now, this buy zone, when I gave it to you guys months ago, even when I was like with LOC, when I gave this buy zone for Near, and I said that Near is gonna go to levels below $2, people called me absolutely nuts. People completely thought I was crazy. They're like, this woman, nobody should watch her. But yeah, we reached those levels. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that this happens. I'm not, you know, planning it for you guys. That's not my intention. But this is what happened. So, and we're reacting quite nicely from the exact levels on Near. So that is really nice. Same thing with Near. We had the first break. I want to see more breaks coming through, right? For example, this high down here. That is going to give me more confidence that I can get in a long position on a retrace. Does that make sense? How is Bitcoin doing? It's going to play about, I know it. Yes. This is like watching paint drop, I swear. I have inside info about ETH. They're working hard on secrets to improve Ethereum chain. This is very bullish. Sounds very bullish, and to be honest with you, they're gonna need a lot of work in order to bring price levels above $4,000. And we've spoken about that so many times now, right? So many times. Because liquidity on ETH was taken, and the price leg is not very attractive. The price leg is not very attractive. The price leg is only giving confidence that we're gonna reach levels. Let me try and delete these stuff. Is giving us confidence that Ethereum is only going to reach around 3,800, and if we're lucky to get this liquidity at 4,400 at max, and that's if we're very lucky. But by the time we're here at the 3,800 levels, 3,800, 3,900, I'm going to be exiting big time, absolutely big time. So they have to put in a lot of work to convince me that I need to hold Ethereum above, you know, $3,900, $4,000. They have to do a lot of work. But yeah, Mr. Vane, hit us up with more insider info. We love insider infos. We love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, Bitcoin smashing it right now. Love to see it. Love to see it. But yeah, I don't know if that is actually pricing some information that we don't have. right? Some information such as China and the US reaching in a deal. Like that would be amazing. If that happens, happy days. How can I display order blocks in my trading view? Banak, you can display that by getting my indicators in the description box. You can just buy them. They're like literally $20 per month, $19.99 or something per month. You can have the order blocks displayed. You can have the breaker blocks. You can have the fair value gaps. You can have all the support and resistance levels. You can have all the liquidity levels. Plus bonus, you get the 4-hour strat. You're so vain, Mr. Vain. Eddie's rizzing you, Mr. Vain. That's so funny. But yeah, of course, you're welcome. And there's also a dedicated video on the channel on how to use the indicators as well, by the way, if you were wondering. So that's it for today, you guys. I have this scalp going on right now, and if it works, it works. Happy days. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've already taken cut some a little bit down here. My target is helping Gabby. I can't get that joke, Mr. Vain. Like, I'm actually in real life, I'm really bad with jokes anyway, so do not expect for me to catch your jokes. Yeah, so that's it. We're gonna get updates on Discord, guys. Like the video if you haven't liked. I will update everyone on how this trade is going. And yeah, that's it pretty much for today. Ultimately, just to summarize really quick, you guys, we're waiting for the 95K level of Bitcoin to be taken. And once that level is taken, we have the sell zone up here in combination with fair value gap that we want to see price retrace from, right? We want to catch a short from this area. Now, we have to be very selective on how we catch our shorts. We want price to have swept some sort of a high, very important. And we want to see confirmation on a lower time frame, which is going to be a minimum of 15-minute time frame, or even better, 1-hour time frame to go short, right? Because the sell zone is quite big. It's quite big. It's not only this one. This is a little bit more specific, but in reality, price can weaken, can go a little bit higher. So we have to be very selective on how we take those shorts. And we have to be very, very careful because we don't want to wipe all our gains, right? We've been doing quite well. So this needs to persist. Okay? I'll update you guys on how the trade is going. And if you haven't joined Discord, join. You can find the link pretty much everywhere. Like, I don't know where to put it. You can get your free access by signing up under my Bluffin link to the VIP channel, you guys. And yes, Dodi, top stream. Thank you so much, you guys. And I shall see you tomorrow, right? I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.